Hey guys, welcome back to another frequently asked questions session with Dan at West Valley Tech. Let's get to our first question. All right, should I defrag my hard drive? Okay, defrag, or short for defragmentation, made a lot of sense in the old days with Windows. It's something you only have to do with a Windows computer. If you have Linux or Mac, you don't even need to worry about it. And Microsoft has made it less of an issue with their newest version. So if you've got Windows 10 or even Windows 7, chances are really good that it's already defragging for you automatically. However, I think it's configured to do it at like Wednesday morning at 3 a.m. So if you're not leaving your computer on 24/7, then it's possible that it's not defragmenting your hard drive. So if your computer does end up kind of running slow over time, it is something worth looking into. And you can just hit start and then type in the word defrag, and the disk defragmenter will show up, and you can run it and have it scan the hard drive. If it shows only 1 or 0% defrag, that means it's running in the background. You don't need to worry about it. But if it's like 20, it'll tell you basically if it thinks you need to defrag your hard drive. But it is a good idea to have that done because it does affect the performance of a Windows computer. So the answer is yes, but it's probably happening on its own without any user intervention. But that's how you can look into it just to make sure. All right, next question. How can I make sure I have backups of my important files? And are cloud services worth it? Let's look at the first half first. Windows or Mac or whatever you're using for your computer, Mac has Time Machine. Windows does have a built-in backup application. You can just hit start, type in the word backup, and you can set it up. It does just use a wizard, and it uses like a USB hard drive typically, but there are cloud services as well. If you want to use the built-in one, it doesn't cost anything. You just need a USB hard drive. You can go pick up from anywhere. That's one way that you can make sure you have everything backed up. Cloud services, our personal favorite one is called Crash Plan. It's about $10 a month, and you get unlimited storage. That's per computer, by the way. You get unlimited storage, so you can back up everything, and it sends it all to the cloud. What that means is you can also make it put on a USB drive, which is a good idea. The rule of thumb is that data doesn't really exist unless it's in at least 2 places, meaning physical hard drive, USB drive, or maybe physical hard drive out in the cloud. All that means is it's being stored somewhere else on somebody else's server. The drawback to that is it's a lot slower. So if you had to restore all of your files, it would take a lot longer to get them back. However, what if your house burns down, or if it's at your office or something and it burns down, or a flood happens? If you're just having to back up to that USB drive, that's going to be taken out at the same time as your laptop or your computer. So it's something to consider. Our personal recommendation is to just do both. That way you have the advantages of both. You can restore quickly from a USB drive if you have to, and if you have a site disaster, you can always just pull from the cloud anyway. Chances are you're going to be out of commission for a little while anyway, so you'll have time to pull those files. So that's our recommendation when it comes to both of those. You can use the built-in software, you can use Crash Plan. Another one that we really like is what's it called? Oh, I can't remember it off the top of my head, but we actually put it in our newsletter, and I think we stuck it in our ransomware video as well. And it's just a replacement for the Windows software that you can use. So those are our recommendations when it comes to the cloud and the backup. If I remember it, I'll stick it in the in the YouTube notes too, because I just can't remember it right now off the top of my head. Let's look at the next question. The insert random hardware device here isn't working. Why? So let's use the example of maybe like a sound card isn't working for some reason. The most common cause for it, like especially if it's something you just bought, is that there's a little tiny piece of software called a driver that makes every hardware component work with Windows. Okay, it used to come in on a disk. Now a lot of times they expect you to just download it from the internet, but that's the most common cause for it. There's always the potential of the physical hardware doesn't work, and the way to find out between the two is to try the installation process on another computer. If you have the same problem with 2 computers, the chances are much better that it's probably the hardware component, or if there's a cable that connects it, let's say like a printer and there's a USB cable, maybe try a different USB cable. The idea is to find out what is common to the issue. Okay, if there's only one computer that it doesn't work on, then yeah, you're probably looking at a software issue, or maybe the USB ports don't work on it, that kind of stuff. So the idea is to try different combinations until you can find out, okay, what's common, and then logically it's whatever is common to the scenario. So those are the quick, easy ways to figure that out. I hope that helps. I'll see you guys in the next video, but that's it for this one. If you have a question that you'd really like us to cover, go out to our website, wvtsboise.com, or give us a ring at 477-1837. That's area code 208, and we'll be happy to get it in here. We'll see you in the next one.